Well, hello kids. Welcome to the Dill Learning Channel. I am so excited today because we are going to learn how to add three-digit numbers. We are adding three-digit numbers. So, when adding multiple digit numbers, it is a good idea to watch our place value videos. So please make sure that you do that. So let's go ahead and remind ourselves the placement of numbers. So we are going to look at the number 100. So let's remember that this is the ones place. Next to that 0 is the tens place. That 0 is the tens place. And this 1 is the hundreds place. Let me repeat that one more time. We must understand that this first placement is of the 0 is the ones place, the tens place, and the hundreds place. Okay, let's go ahead and look at our first problem. It is 100 plus 100. We are going to remind ourselves of our rules of adding multiple digit numbers. You start adding at the far right hand side vertically. Remember, this is a higher learning channel, so we like to use higher learning vocabulary. So vertical means up and down, or top to bottom. So let's go ahead and look at the two zeros vertically. We are adding 0 plus 0, and underneath we are going to write a 0. Okay. Next we are going to look in the tens place. Has two zeros again vertically. So we are going to start from the top, and that is 0 plus 0, and we add another what? You got it, another 0. Now we are going to look at the hundreds place from top to bottom vertically, and we are adding 1 plus 1. So that 1 plus 1 equals 2. This is just a simple lesson. 100 plus 100 equals 200. 0 plus 0 is 0, 0 plus 0 is 0, and 1 plus 1 is 2. Let's look at our next problem. Okay, this is a good tutoring video for you as well, or an academic advancement video for you. So let's remember the rule. You begin at the far right hand side, starting in the ones place. So those two numbers vertically are 7 plus 2. So let's add that. 7 plus 2 equals 9. Okay, so we have 9 ones. Now we are going to look in the tens place. 237 plus 122. 3 plus 2 equals 5. So you have 5 tens. Okay, now we are going to look at the hundreds place, and we have from top to bottom 2 plus 1, which equals 3 hundredths. Okay, so our final answer is 359. And I'm sorry I didn't say it professionally, in a professional manner, but our final answer for the first one was 200. So we know that 237 plus 122 equals 359. Let's now look at a three-digit problem where you have to carry the number over. Okay, we have to carry the number over. So this gets a little bit tricky, but it's not difficult if you pay attention. The same rule applies where we are starting in the far right hand side and the ones place. So we are going to add 5 plus 8. 5 plus 8 is 13. Okay, so we have 13. Now, if we have a 13, let's write this in our notes at the top. That 3 is in the ones place. So we're going to place that 3 here. But look at it. That 1 is in the hundreds place. So we're going to carry that 1 and place it in the and the tens place. I'm sorry. That 1 is in the tens place. So we are going to carry that 1 in the tens place above the other tens. Okay, so now we have 7 plus 4, which is 11. Then we're going to add one more, which is 12. Okay, so again, we have a 12. we put the 2 right here, and now we're going to bring that 1 to the top, okay, because we're starting now with the tens place because we're adding the tens. So now we have tens, and now we have that 1 goes in the hundreds place. We have 100 here, okay, and that might be a little bit confusing. I'll explain it a little bit more, but we add that 1 on top, and now it becomes 3 plus 1 is 4, 4 plus 2 is 6. So our final answer is 623, and I'll explain this again in this next problem right here. So we can practice again together and you can actually understand in a more clear manner. So we're carrying, okay, and placing these numbers and our answers in the proper place value. That's why it's so important to understand place value, okay? So our final answer is 623. Now we're going to do the same thing here. 593 plus 419. We are starting in the ones place. So 9 plus 3 equals 12. So let's go slow so we can truly understand this. I'm going to do another video with carrying numbers separately so you can understand in a more depth manner, okay? So we have 12. Remember, we're starting in this ones place, so we know that this 2 is a 1. So we're going to place that 2 underneath. This now becomes the tens place, so we're going to carry that and place that 10. Let's cross that out because we've already done this one. In the ones place. In the tens place, we're going to place that 1 in the tens place, I'm sorry. So now we're going to add vertically the tens. So we have 1 plus 9 is 10, and you add 1 more, makes 11. It makes 11. Okay, so we did the same thing. This now becomes the tens place because we're working in the tens place. So we're going to cross that 1 out, and we're going to place that 1 here. Now we're going to carry this. Now this becomes the hundreds place because remember we're working in the middle now. So these 2 digits will become the hundreds, and we are now going to carry that 1 above to that. That's just a simple way to understand it. This now becomes this 1 gets placed in the hundreds place. So now we're going to add 5 plus 1 is 6, and 6 plus 4 is 10. So our final answer is 1012. And if you know your commas with that, okay? Now, if we were adding in the ones place, of course, this will be 11. This will still be the tens and the ones in the tens. But because we are adding, starting from the tens, this one now becomes in the hundreds place. I will make another video so that you can understand more clearly. But in a simple lesson and a simple clue is all we're doing is we're adding each number starting from the far right, the ones place, on over to the hundreds. That's pretty much what you're doing when you're adding 3 digits numbers. You start with the ones, the tens, and the hundreds. The ones, the tens, and the hundreds vertically. This was a quick, simple lesson just so you can get an idea of how to add 3-digit numbers. You can play it over and over again until you understand. And again, I will try to go ahead and make that extra video when dealing with carrying a number over so it could be more clear. Okay, so you just carry over. Thank you for watching, and continue to share with your friends and family about the Deal Learning channel. We are really here. This is a non-profit program to help give free education to kids everywhere. Until next time, goodbye.